What's up, members of the barrio? It's John coming to you from New York, and the one thing you can't control before a trip anywhere is the weather. But don't worry, New York City is one of the best places on the planet for a rainy day. And today I'm going to be telling you about 10 awesome things you can do on a rainy day in New York City. Before we go on, I want to let you guys know that I'm 2 years cancer-free, and I'm having a fundraiser right now to raise awareness for testicular cancer. We're looking to raise $5,000 in the next month. If you have a moment, please check out my GoFundMe in the description. No donation is too small. I wouldn't even call the Paley Center for Media a museum. It's more of an experience. You come in here, they have a suggested donation of $10, but really you can donate whatever you wish. And there's a little bit of something for everybody here. On the first floor, they have a permanent video game exhibit. You can play NHL. Me and my brother are playing FIFA. They have a little virtual reality center. And then upstairs is where I think the most interesting exhibit is. You get to watch old TV shows, old commercials, old radio advertisements and shows. I was watching the 1969 Super Bowl with the Jets. My brother was watching Tales from the Crypt. You just search in the computer, and this is such an amazing spot to come to on a rainy day, and it's a shame that more people don't know about this place. The independent bookstore is a dying breed in New York City, and on a rainy day, there is no better thing that you could do than visit a small independent bookstore and keep them in business. But if you need to go to just one big spot, check out the Strand. Calling the Strand just a bookstore is like calling Central Park just a park. This place is enormous. They build themselves as 18 miles of books. You could spend hours just wandering the 4 different floors. Check out the rare book section on the top floor. I personally like the little travel section in the basement. Move around. They have a lot of little gifts you could buy as well. Just the perfect place to find older books or even newer stuff. And it's definitely an amazing spot to get some souvenirs as well. Grand Central Terminal, one of the few transit hubs on Earth that is a destination, not just a departure spot. Spend a rainy day roaming the main concourse and admiring the constellations on the ceiling. Visit the food court downstairs, which is one of my favorites in the city and has cupcakes from Magnolia Bakery. Or if you're feeling really adventurous, get a cocktail in the Campbell apartment, which feels like a speakeasy bar from the 1920s. This is an easy spot to spend a few rainy hours at. Most towns in the United States have movie theaters, which are an excellent option during a rainy day, but not every city in the US has almost a dozen independent movie theaters like this one right here, the Angelica. And these differ from your typical movie theater because you actually have independent movies that you can't find anywhere else around the country. And I'm going to tell you a good story about the Angelica Film Center here. I went to a movie a couple of years ago. It's a small little theater in the basement. I walk in, and a guy stands in front of the entire theater and says, "Hi guys, I'm the director. This is my movie. If you want to talk about the movie afterwards, come step outside. I'm going to be here to talk to anybody who wants." So I think you can get amazing experiences like that in New York. The movie kind of sucked, so I didn't talk to the director, but hopefully you're going to see a movie that's really good, and you never know who you're going to run into inside. Guys, can you believe it? It actually stopped raining in the middle of the shoot, but we're going to continue anyway. And New York City has multiple board game cafes. My personal favorite is the Uncommons in Greenwich Village. The inside has a little bit of everything. You pay a flat rate of $5 for 1 hour of unlimited gameplay. They've got the classics like Monopoly, Scrabble, and they also have some weird ones that I've never heard of. Adriana and I were playing this pizza game, a trivia game. You can also order food. They have beer, they have wine. This would also serve as a good spot A, for a date, and B, if you're under 21 and need somewhere to go with a group of friends, look no further. The Uncommons highly recommend it for a rainy day. If there was ever a day to dedicate just to shopping in New York City, it would be a rainy day. And you have tons of options all around Manhattan. I personally hate shopping, but if I have to go to just one store in the entire city, I like the largest Macy's in the world at Herald Square. It's 11 floors. It has so much inside. Some other ideas are you could leave New York City completely and go to some of the famous outlets directly from Port Authority. There's Jersey Gardens. There's also Woodbury Commons, which I think is just a little bit better. Now, the clothes you'll get there might be out of season, but they're going to be very cheap. And if you have to go somewhere with a suitcase and just load it up with clothes to go home, one of those outlet malls is definitely your best bet. New York's got plenty of food options any given day of the week, but when it's raining, I recommend going to an indoor food market. You've got great choices like the Kalb in Brooklyn or Chelsea Market. If you go inside Chelsea Market, make sure to check out Los Tacos #1. In my opinion, the best taco in Manhattan. Another great choice is to go to Italy in Flatiron. Yes, it's a little bit touristy and it is expensive, but it's got a lot of really great Italian products inside, from candy to salami to meats to ordering lunch there. I recommend trying any of the paninis inside. They're excellent, and then cap it off with an espresso. But no matter what, when it's raining, I think any of the indoor New York food markets are a great choice. That way everybody in your party can be happy and you can sample out a lot of different foods. New York is the theater capital of the world. Your possibilities are endless for different types of shows that you can see on a rainy day. Your best bet is either to check out TKTS, go to the booth, or use the app to see what shows are discounted for that day. Another good app is Today Tix, and if you want a listing of all the Broadway and off-Broadway shows that are available, go to the Theater Mania website. And please don't count out shows that are off-Broadway. There are so many talented people in New York City. Broadway or off-Broadway, I think you're gonna have a really good time. What is better to do on a rainy day than play some arcade games? And I'm a big fan of Barcade. There's a couple of these in the city, in Brooklyn and in Manhattan, and it's perfect for my adult viewers out there, 21 and up, because they have a full-service bar, so you can put your beer down and enjoy some old-school video games, like my favorites, NBA Jam or X-Men. My brother and I had a really good time inside. For my viewers who are under 21 or traveling with kids, don't worry, I've got you covered. I recommend you check out Modern Pinball NYC Arcade. It's a really neat spot. All ages are welcome there, so no matter what, when it's raining, definitely get that arcade game fix in. The main branch of the New York Public Library is honestly something you should visit if it's raining or it's not raining. This place is incredible. It feels like you're stepping inside of a museum. Gorgeous architecture throughout. A lot of famous things are inside. For example, the first ever Winnie the Pooh Bear is in the basement in the children's section. Roam around, check out the big reading room. Imagine studying in a place like that. Absolutely incredible location just to spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I'll also try to get into the map room. It wasn't open today on a Sunday, but they have old maps that are really, really interesting. So guys, definitely put the New York Public Library on your list for a rainy day. I want to plug a video I just created 1 month ago about the 5 best museums in New York City you've never heard of. Now, I'll never tell you not to go to the Met or the Museum of Natural History, but if you want to get off the heavy tourist track, I'm putting a link to this video in the description. Any of these would be perfect on a rainy day. From the Color Factory for any Instagram-obsessed people out there, to a museum that's right next door to some famous places that is easily overlooked. We even show you around a tiny gem hidden away in Brooklyn that is super, super quirky and very fun. My favorite museum in that video, and maybe in New York City, is the Transit Museum. You're essentially running around an old subway station filled with old subway cars and tons of memorabilia. And the best part is that it's not likely to be super crowded on a rainy day. For more information about these lesser-known New York City museums, make sure to watch that video. I promise you'll like it. Guys, tell me down below in the comments which of these rainy day activities was your favorite, or did I miss something? Make sure to check out my other New York City playlists, also linked down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching as always. Until next time.